This video is sponsored by Zyro. As a photographer, there's a lot of things that you need to have, and one of the most important things that you should have is your very own website. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how you can set up your own website for less than $3 a month using today's sponsor, Zyro. So why do you need a website? Well, as good as Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all these social medias are at letting you upload your photos and letting you show your audience, there's always going to be restrictions and there's always going to be quote unquote guidelines that these websites and social medias have that will always limit how you can share and what you can share on those platforms. And if you share the wrong things, you can get your photos deleted and or get your accounts suspended or even permanently removed. What is the best way to get around this? Well, the best way to get around this is by creating your very own website. And the reason for this is because with your own website, you'll no longer have those restrictions. You won't have to follow any guidelines. You'll be able to post what you want and show it off how you want and showcase it how it was intended to be shown. And on top of this, it'll be your very own domain, which you yourself own, which means no one will ever be able to take it away from you unless you don't pay your bills on time. If you're a photographer or any creator in general, this is something that you should definitely have under your arsenal, because if Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or any of the social medias tomorrow were to just completely go away, you would not have a place for you to share your photos if you don't have your own website. However, if you do have your own website, you don't have to worry about any of that ever happening. And it just looks a lot more professional when you have your own website and you can show people that you have your own website versus just showing them your Instagram, your Twitter, or whatever other social media you like to use. Now, there's a bunch of different website services out there, and a lot of these website services essentially give you the same thing. Today's sponsor, Zyro, is a really, really good option to consider because for less than $3 a month, you guys can get yourself a portfolio website, which is huge. Since Zyro was kind enough to partner with me, if you guys use my code MoodyDarkroom, which is linked in the description and below, you guys can get an additional 3 months for free and your very own free domain website when you purchase one of their yearly packages. So if you guys want to get up and running and you don't want to waste any time, make sure you go ahead and click that first link in the description to get 3 free months and a free web domain with Zyro for a fraction of the cost of the competition. Now, Zyro also offers a couple of really cool features that I haven't seen other web builders offer, and these really cool features are AI generated functions such as AI generated titles, AI generated scripts, AI generated logos, AI generated anything you can think of. They have an AI generation tool for that, which is really, really cool because this allows you to create your website and make it look very, very professional without having to know how to write, know how to type, know how to create logos, know how to do any of that important stuff that you would probably hire someone to do for. Zyro has a tool that will do all that for you and just generate all those things for you, which is really, really impressive, especially for the price point that I mentioned earlier. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive behind my computer, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you can get your website up and running in less than 15 minutes using Zyro. And yeah, let's go ahead and build that website. All right, so now I am on my computer. I'm going to be showing you guys how you can create your website using Zyro in a couple of minutes. So the first thing you're going to do is head over to the Zyro website. I have the Zyro website loaded up here. And from here, you can just go ahead and click try for free. For a portfolio, you're only going to need the basic, which is less than $10 a month. And if you use my code in the description below, you'll actually get 74% off on top of that, which means that you'll be getting a website for less than $3, which is an absolute steal and something you should definitely check out. But we're here to create a website, so let's go to try for free, and on here it'll give you a couple of different options. You can use one of Zyro's templates, which I'm going to be doing because there's one I really, really like and one that I actually personally use. You can use an AI generated website, which means you let Zyro basically create the website for you. You basically just choose like the style, the colors and stuff like that, and then Zyro makes it for you. Personally, I think there's a little bit less control in that, and because you're a photographer, you probably want to have a specific look, so this isn't something I would personally suggest if you want a specific theme and you're trying to keep your aesthetic the same across all your platforms. And then the final one is if you already have a website and you're just paying more and you want to just downgrade to just a portfolio, you can import all of your photos and import everything into Zyro with the import existing website feature. But I have never had a portfolio website in the past. I've just had an e-commerce website, so I don't have a portfolio to even import. So I'm going to go to use a template. I'm going to go ahead and choose template. Now, once you choose template, you'll be greeted with all of these different types of templates you can choose from. If you want to be daring and you want to have full control of your website, you can start with a blank site. And this is essentially just going to throw you in and give you access to everything and just let you choose from start to finish what your website is going to look like. That is obviously going to take a lot longer, and if you're doing a portfolio website, you don't really need to even include a bunch of the extra stuff that they include with Zyro. So I just kind of want one that already has a layout set out exactly how I want it. And for me, none of these are actually the ones that I want. The one I want is going to be over in portfolio. If you're a photographer, I would suggest looking at the photography templates or the portfolio templates. As you can see, they're very clean. They're very minimalistic, which is very in right now. I think Regis is a really nice looking website. As you can see, go ahead and preview it. Boom, that looks super, super clean. If you have your photos on there, that would be a really good website. However, there is one that I actually like a little bit better that I currently use, and that is the Cordelia. And as you can see, you can preview it here. And when you preview it, it takes a couple of seconds, but you can then see your website. And this looks a lot more in line with my aesthetic. And because it's already the kind of color scheme I want, I won't have to change as much. So the first thing is just find a template that's pretty close to the color schemes and the vibe that you're going for, and then just edit off of that one so you have less things to change. So because this template is really close to how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and click Start Building. And when I am building, this is where I'm going to be greeted with the builder. In the builder, I'll have full control on what I can change. So basically, all I need to do now is just come in and just change all of this information to my information. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the actual logo here because I don't have my logo saved on this computer. It's on my other computer. And I'm going to go ahead and change the image to something that I want. So I'm going to hit Replace Image, and you can go to Browse Files, and then you're just going to upload one of your files and one of your images that you want. I'm going to just choose a random one that I have saved, so I'll just go ahead and click this one. And as you can see, it is going up. It's taking a couple of seconds to load. I would highly suggest optimizing your JPEGs before you even upload them. I didn't optimize this one, but if you optimize your JPEGs, your website will load faster. Then you're going to go ahead and select the image. If you want to batch upload images, you can go up here and just, upload a bunch of them in here so you can pick and choose which ones you want, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to upload 2 or 3 images for the sake of the video. Obviously, if you have a portfolio, you can include as many or as little images as you want, as long as it showcases the type of work that you're able to produce. This obviously doesn't showcase the full spectrum of the type of work that I produce, so I would definitely go in and tweak it to have more photos. But for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna do these 4 so I can show you guys. So once you have an image up here, I'm gonna go ahead and add to page, and it's gonna go ahead and replace the image that I chose to replace. It takes a couple seconds, but then you can just move on to the next. Go ahead and change image, replace. You can also add your alt text to make it easier for people to find you on like Google and stuff like that. I would suggest putting in some alt text, making sure that your name's in there, making sure that a description of their photos in there. That'll help the search engines actually identify what kind of content is on your page. So from here, I'm going to just delete these tabs because I don't need them. And then I'm going to space out the website like that. And then because I'm not going to be using any of these other spaces, I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of them. Go ahead and just delete everything that you don't need. You can always add stuff back, and you can always move around stuff. If you click and hold on something, you'll see these squares, and these squares will allow you to move it to wherever you want. I'm going to also shorten up the height of this section because I don't want half of the website to just be black. I want it to just be my photos at the top of the website, just like so. So there you go. And then from here, I'm going to also change up these to the remaining 2 images that I had. We'll do this one, and then we'll do the last one. So as you can see, the final images are here, and I'm going to bring this down a little bit because I want the aspect ratio to remain the same as the top 2. And whoopsies, as you can see, we can resize the image. There we go. I'm gonna add some space at the bottom. There we go. Now you can see the website is kind of starting to look how I want it. Obviously, if I had my logo, I would put my logo up at the top, and you would just do that by clicking on here. Going to change logo, you can add your logo, you can change the style, you can change the background colors and all that stuff. I like the black. I'm going to keep it at black. You can then also preview what it'll look like on a mobile device, and this is exactly how I want it to look, except at the bottom I want it to say my name. So just come in and just change all the things you need. And then you can also just delete Powered by Zyro. And then from here, you can change your icons and have like the actual links to all your things. So for my Instagram, I'm going to just come in here and hit edit. And then instead of it saying Zyro, I'm going to change it to Moody Darkroom. Same thing for all the other ones. I'm not going to sit here and add all of them because that'll take too long, but you get the gist of it. If you want to add your social media, you can also just click new link and then add whatever social media it is. So I also added my TikTok on my actual website. And then from here, you can also then change the icon size and the icon colors. So once you're done at the bottom there with your social icons, you can obviously rearrange this and stuff. I'm not going to dive too much into that because, like I said, I already have my website built. But then you want to also go and then change all of your other settings on the website. So if you go over here, you can click the pages and you can go to like your contact. And obviously in your contact, you would change your contact information to you. I don't know why this is showing like that. There we go. And you can adjust all of your services. You can adjust all of your info on all the pages. I think that's pretty good. There we go. This one. Okay. So here I'll have to obviously go in and change it to my name, which will take a couple of minutes. I'm not going to show that just for the sake of the video, so it's not too long. But once you're done, you would just click publish website and you would be done. So I'm going to show you guys what my website actually looks like, because my website I built with Zyro, and as you can see, this is how my final result was. I built it using that template, and you can see all the images that I wanted are on there. So you can see this is how my website looks. Very clean. And I also have the e-commerce store because I do have things that I sell. So if you go over here, you can just jump straight into the presets and you can get my presets, which they're currently on sale. As you can see, they're on sale. So if you guys haven't picked up my presets yet, go ahead and pick them up. And you have my contact page, and then you also have my about page, and everything is pretty snappy. And then you have my logo up at the top, and it looks just as clean on a mobile device. And this website literally took me like 20 minutes to make. And yeah, let's go back to Zyro on the actual website, and you can actually see on the domains, you can add your own domain. You can buy a domain from Zyro for as little as $8.99 a year, or I personally just use GoDaddy, but on here you can just buy it straight from Zyro. You can also have an email client using Zyro. So from here you can have a say I wanted my email to be at Moody Darkroom instead of at Gmail. You can do that here. And you can also upgrade your subscription. If you only plan on showing photos, you only really need the basic, which is less than $10 a month. And if you go to this page, you can see Zyro Roadmap is a really cool page because you can actually submit ideas. So if you have an idea for a feature that Zyro should add, you can actually come in and submit your own idea and let them know like, hey, this is a feature I think would really benefit Zyro. You can give them your explanation on why. And because Zyro's so community driven, the chances of that feature eventually coming to life is pretty high, which is really cool because none of the other website builders that I've seen actually offer that. And up here you can see the new features that are actually coming. So email hosting has already been added, and I think global button option has already been added as well, and then these other ones will be added shortly. And these were all features that were requested by users, so that's really, really cool that Zyro offers that. So as you can see, Zyro is always growing. They're always trying to get better, and they're always trying to offer you as many features as they can for as low of a price as they can. And compared to the competition, I think Zyro is a super, super good deal because of all the things that you get. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap up the video with that. If you guys have any questions about Zyro, leave them down in the comment section below. Like I said, if you guys want to go ahead and make your own website, use my code Moody Darkroom down in the description below to get an additional percentage off of your website. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys go and make some really cool websites and get your portfolio looking nice. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.